everyone, I'm Sophie from Year 13 and welcome back to the Expo. Today I'm speaking with Colin. Colin's a careers advisor from Foundation Education. Welcome, Colin.
G'day, how are we all?
Good, thanks for being with us today. So, Foundation Education provides a wide range of nationally recognised certificates and diploma level courses. Each is developed in close consultation with industry employers. Their mission is to create inspired, work ready professionals through quality, flexible, and supported education. So, Colin, could you tell us a bit more about what you do?
Yeah, hi Sophie. Well, what I do for Foundation Education is chat to potential students, people that are interested in studying the fields that we cover, and just basically answer questions and help people make the right choice for the right course for what they want to do at that stage of their life.
Awesome. Now, what types of courses are on offer at Foundation?
Oh, there's a few. So we've got areas, probably dentistry or dental assisting would be the most popular, but we also have your early childhood education and care, education support, allied health assisting, which is a really popular area and a growth area these days, your health and medical administration, business administration, project management, practice management, hospitality, resource, so retail and human resources. So a fair range of areas covered there.
Awesome. So, you see students coming to you with many different skill sets and passions in their next step.
Look, people with all sorts of dreams and aspirations, all sorts of backgrounds, and yeah, many different reasons for looking at a certificate or diploma level qualification.
Awesome. Now, if I'm a student calling through to Foundation Education, how do you help advise me? So, would you suggest that I call with an idea of what type of area I want to go into, or are you able to help me decide that?
Look, either or. Obviously, it's going to be easier if someone's already had a bit of a think about the direction they want to take. So if you know that you'd love to work in education with children, it helps us narrow down choices.
Yeah.
If a lot of people will still call in and not be quite sure what they want to do, they might have a vague idea but not quite sure how to find that information. So we'll just have a chat, ask a few questions, and try and get to know a bit about the person and what they're after, and then help point them in the right direction.
Fab. Now, I was wondering, how are Foundation Education courses delivered to students?
Sure. So we specialise in online training, which basically is designed to give students as much flexibility as possible to be able to balance study around the other things that come up in life. So for people that are working full time, they can still study and grow their career or change their career. People that may not be working full time and have more time on their hands can obviously then progress through their course a lot quicker because we give you that flexibility to really genuinely set your own pace with your studies.
Amazing. And do you see what kind of age range are the students you see come through Foundation Education?
We would see anything from people from around 16 years onwards, potentially doing vocational education in training in school programs, through to your 18 to 25-year-old recent school leavers, anything up to people at retirement age who are still looking to keep the brain active and play a part in the community.
Amazing. And what are some of the attributes of a successful Foundation Education student? What are you looking for?
Probably the big thing is having a passion or a drive, and really knowing why they want to be doing something, whether it is wanting to help people in a health-based role or to help people learn, or they love being organised or see themselves as a project manager, human resource manager. But it's someone who's got that, I guess, passion and drive to know what they want to do. They're the people that are going to be successful. Some people come to us with that. Other people need a pointer in the right direction, and all of a sudden they discover what it is that they want to do.
Yeah, fab. That's good information and advice. So I'd love to delve a bit deeper. So one of the popular study areas at foundation education is dental.
It
Could
is.
you give me an overview of what the course actually looks like?
Yeah, so for anyone starting out in dental assisting, they're doing a Certificate 3 in dental assisting,
Hmm.
and that's going to cover everything essential that someone needs to know to be able to go out and successfully work in that field. So the course is obviously online based training. There's a 12-month period that people have got to finish it, can access their theory online 24/7. They can access tutor support from our end Monday through to Friday if they need to reach out and ask questions. So the help is here. How long the course will actually take, that's going to vary person to person. Some people may need the full 12 months. Other people, they'll knock it off in as little as 3 or 4 months. So there's a really direct, I guess, reward for the amount of time you spend. Theory covered online. So dental assisting is quite a hands-on technical sort of a role. So there's obviously going to be some practical training that does need to be done for that. And that's the way that's covered is in a real world environment, in an actual working dental clinic. There's 300 hours of placement that get done, which gives students a really great opportunity to go out and properly learn the job. And because that placement is so comprehensive, it's a perfect opportunity to treat that like an interview and basically secure yourself your first role as a dental assistant as well.
Amazing. That leads us to our next question. What types of outcomes could a dental graduate expect?
Yeah, look, the outcomes for dental assistant roles or students are quite good. It's because of how comprehensive the training is, particularly with that practical element. Um, yeah, really, really good outcomes for students. The opportunities as far as the future, obviously, once you start work, there's opportunities to do further study, go on and do a certificate for specialising things like radiography, so doing mouth X-rays and things like that with patients. Some people will go on for that. There's various diplomas and even going on and doing university, become a dental hygienist or something like that. There's opportunities to certainly grow within that field, and a lot of people do stick with it, really, really long term.
Amazing. Now, what type of student support does foundation education offer?
Yeah, sure. So we have first, your first point of contact is obviously going to be myself or one of my colleagues in the careers advisor team. And we're always available to try and point students in the right direction from what course to do, even to 6 to 12 months down the track. You're not sure who you need to talk to or ask a question of, you can still contact us. Obviously, there's the tutor support I mentioned. So they're available for students Monday through to Friday. There's a dedicated phone line for them. There's an online chat service so that if you're sort of in between doing a few different things, you can jump on there and ask questions. Email, obviously. They're more than happy to set up appointments for you to set a time when you'll both be free. Make sure you can have a good one-on-one chat and get really personalised attention and assistance. And then we've also got a student services team available to help with navigating our systems, uploading assessments, all that sort of stuff that your day-to-day things that you look at a computer screen, go, what do I do? Ring up and ask the question.
Amazing. So talking to someone is the best way.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Awesome. And for students finishing up at foundation education, so they've come along, they've studied their course, they've had all the different types of support they could need. What do you guys do to help prepare them for the workforce?
Yeah, so we have an offering which we call a career support pack, which we can make available to students. And that's a couple of additional modules of training. They're not going to form part of your qualification. They're entirely optional. But that's going to cover things that may seem simple, but it's something that everyone can use help with. Things like resume writing job applications, and doing that properly, which is really going to get your foot in the door. Interview skills, a bit of covering emotional intelligence in the workplace, that a lot of employers these days You can have the qualification, but those soft people skills are really, really important these days.
Completely.
Yeah, so covering those sorts of things just to give our graduates that extra boost if they choose to take it to go out and make that qualification work for them.
Nice. And do you have much contact to industry yourselves at Foundation Education?
We do. So take dental, the dental sector for example. Foundation Education is basically the largest education provider in that area currently, as far as one organisation goes. So, with that as an example, we've got nationwide contacts with practices all over Australia, so that we can help in a lot of ways to put students in contact with who their employers are going to be.
Amazing. Now, you've spoken about the assistance to students and what you guys offer. Perhaps you could speak about any special enrolment offers you have for new students.
Yeah. Look, at the moment, we got our lowest fee offering of the year going. So that could be saving, depending on the course that you do, anything from over $500. Yeah, depending on what option you want to go with, and that's options for payment plans, for flexibility, so you don't necessarily have to come up with a lot of money in one hit. We're happy for students to pay their fees off over 12, even 18 months, depending on the course.
Amazing. So it sounds like the next step is really to reach out to Foundation Education to figure out the best payment option for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You can either call in directly, pop an inquiry through our website. We'll get in contact, have a chat about what you're after and what's best going to suit you. And fingers crossed, we can help you on your way to a first career or a new career.
Amazing. Or students can submit their inquiry below via the Year 13 site to Foundation Education. Colin, I also wanted to ask, so we've spoken about a bit in depth about what it's like to be a student at Foundation, how to find your passion and purpose. What advice would you give to students thinking about reaching out?
Look, I think the first step is to just, once you've got an idea of what you want to do, reach out and make that point of contact. Um, the last thing you want to do is be thinking and thinking and thinking, and then years down the track, you've not done anything.
Mm,
If you just reach out, you know, we not we don't bite. We're here to help. Reach out, ask the questions that you want to, and we can. Worst case scenario, if we don't have a course that's right for you, at least then you've ticked that off. And look, our team who've been within education, most of us for quite a number of years, who knows? We might be able to point you to something that you've not thought of that we can help you with.
amazing. Good advice there. And perhaps pairing it back to school, what types of students do you see coming through Foundation Education? Was school for them? What types of subjects do you think they were thriving in or struggled with?
Look, it could be anything. We get people that have finished school with amazing ATARs, studying biomed or law or any number of university courses, and just decide that university study isn't for them.
Yeah.
Maybe not ever, maybe just at that stage. In a vocational based course, which just has a much more direct job outcome, can make a lot of sense. You can finish it a lot sooner. You can be out working a lot sooner. And particularly for areas like your dentistry or your early childhood education and care, or your education support and teachers aid roles, getting a bit of hands-on experience in that field is a great way to cement in someone's mind whether A, hey, I love this, I'm going to keep doing it, or B, I love this and I want to study at a higher level as well in the future.
No, good advice. And you've spoken about people just wanting to get straight into the workforce. This is a clear path to. It's quicker than going to university. Could you share any insights on graduate salaries? you see from foundation education students?
Yeah. So look, typically graduates from certificate 3 level are probably could expect to be earning, usually at a minimum of $25 an hour, moving upwards from there as you get experience, and if you decide to go on and do higher level qualifications.
Fab. Colin, is there anything else you'd like to share with our audience before we wrap it up today?
Reach out, get in touch, and if we've got a course that you're interested in, we'd love to help.
Fabulous. Well, Colin, I'd love to thank you for joining us today, representing Foundation Education. It sounds like the clear next step is reach out, pick up the phone or lodge an inquiry just to hear back from the team. And someone like Colin could be answering your questions and helping you choose that next step to industry. Thanks so much, Colin.
Thanks, Sophie.